Hello, good people, and welcome to Finance Skills Hub. Here we learn, we connect, and we grow. In this short video, we want to learn how to build a dynamic loan repayment or amortization schedule. But this time around, we want to add the option of a moratorium. So the moratorium is in a situation where, let's say, principal is suspended for a number of months, then after repayment begins. We want to build a dynamic schedule that will take care of situations where there is a moratorium or where there isn't. We'll do this in Excel. We'll share the start file with you so you can come along step by step. So if you're game, join me in Excel and let's get started. Okay, so let's begin with our final work. The numbers in blue are the assumptions, so these can change, and then we have our calculations down here. So this is the amount that is the principal, 35,000 for 24 months, which is 2 years, for an annual rate of 25%. So it is these assumptions that we are using to build this repayment schedule, as you can see. So from month 1 to 24, we have the beginning balance, the payment, which includes the interest and principal. This is the interest portion. This is the principal portion. And then we have our ending balance for the first month. Then we go downwards all the way to the 24th month where we pay off. This is without a moratorium. So when a moratorium is given, it's actually given in the early stages in some cases. So this is the case study we are using here. So example, if we decide that you are not paying the first 6 months, we put 6 here. Okay. So that means for the first 6 months, interest is the only thing that is going to be paid on the outstanding. There's no principal paid here. Then after the 6th month, then the repayment for principal and interest would resume, and that will still give us a closing balance of 0. So this is what we want to learn how to build. We'll take it from the beginning and then do this step by step. Right. So I'm going to delete this. Now, for our monthly series, we want to build the 24 months that the loan is going to cover here. So we can use a manual fill series, okay? Or if you are using a recent version of Excel, you can do sequence and then select the number of months, which is 24. Then you have a scale going all the way from 1 to 24. So that completes this. Then we have our beginning balance. So for the first month, the beginning balance is this amount, which is 35,000. Then we now come and calculate the periodic payment, which includes the principal and interest. This amount is going to be equal throughout without the moratorium. So to do that, we'll use Excel's PMT function, which calculates the payment for a loan based on constant payments and constant interest rates. So for this, we'll feed our rate, which is here per annum. But because our period is in months, we need to align these by dividing the annual rate by 12 so that we have a monthly compounding rate. Okay. So this is for the rate. Remember to lock the D6 reference because we'll be copying down. For the number of periods, we have it here as 24. So again, I'll lock this D5, F4 to lock that. And then finally, we'll come to PV. So PV is the amount that we are disbursing. So because that is an outflow, you bring a minus sign, a negative sign, and bring the 35,000. Again, you lock this as well. For the rest of the arguments, FV and type, we would stick to the default values, which are optional inputs. So we will not proceed with that. So we'll just close our bracket from here. And in the first period, we have 1868. Then for interest, we'll do a direct interest calculation. So for this outstanding amount for period 1, we'll reference that and multiply it by the rate per annum. I'll log this F4 and divide by 12. Okay. So this will give me the interest for the first month. Then for principal, because this amount includes interest and principal, I'll just subtract this periodic payment and the interest payment for this period, and I get the outstanding amount. In the end, these two should always give us the total amount. Okay, then our ending balance is going to be the beginning balance here minus the principal that was paid for the period. So this gives us our ending balance. So if you got this right, then we will just copy down for the rest of the months. So if I come here, I'll reference the ending balance for period 1. Okay, so we have something like this. Then for payment, interest, principal, and ending balance, I'll just copy this down for the calculation in period 2. So after doing this, I can now highlight all the calculation for period 2. Just double click for this to roll down. And if this is correct, at the end of the 24th period, my balance should be 0. So that is the standard way of building the loan repayment schedule without a moratorium. Now, let's add the moratorium feature. So in a situation where principal payment is deferred, we need to adjust the calculation of the periodic payment. So every change we are going to do is simply going to be on this periodic payment. So we are going to build a simple if statement. So I'll come here. Then just right after the equal sign, I'm going to introduce an if statement. Now that if statement is going to say that if the period I'm currently in, which is this period, so I'm selecting month 1, is less than or equal to this moratorium period. Okay, so F4 to lock that moratorium period. So for the first 6 months, anything from 1 to 6 will be captured here, right? If that is true, then what we want to do is we just want the interest portion. So I'll take this outstanding balance and then multiply it by the rate per annum, which is here. So I'll lock this and divide by 12. Okay, so if that is true, the month falls within the moratorium period, instead of calculating the periodic payment, which includes principal, we just want the interest portion. Now, after doing that, we need to adjust the number of periods, this 24 months. Okay, so instead of running the loan for 24 months, we are going to subtract the moratorium period. Okay, so if it's 6 months, we'll deduct it. So we'll put a minus sign here and then come and deduct the number of months so that when it resumes, we now get the net period running for the rest of the principal payment. Okay, so that is the only adjustment, the if statement capturing the moratorium period and then the adjustment for the number of periods. So we'll close our final bracket here. And then if I copy this down, you notice that in the first 6 months, we are just paying the interest. Then after the 6 months, we now resume payment for principal and interest. And at the end of the 24th period, our final balance should be 0, right? So that is how to add the moratorium feature. So if I bring back this to 0, we should now have the original calculation restored, right? So hopefully you learned something. We'll make the start file available. Please practice and add this to your Excel skill. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. If this video was helpful and you would like to receive more of these videos directly on your WhatsApp, you can send ad to this WhatsApp number. We'll add you to our broadcast list so you receive our videos directly. You can also visit our YouTube channel, Finance Skills Hub. All our old videos are here. Please subscribe for notification of new videos or connect with us on any of these social media handles. Thank you so much for watching.